let's pivot. Maybe what does it mean for the United States women's national team? Well, we saw her get reintegrated into national team camps for the April international windows against Ireland. A couple of victories for this U.S. women's national team before they all departed back to club, and the roster is likely to be named in June. Let's just go with history here. But something that came out of these games were two back-to-back appearances for this player. That first game, about 20 minutes. That second match, a full 45. And even coming out of those games, everyone was saying it, coach, player, pundits, etc. Julie Ertz has got to get some more minutes, but it was good to see, like, again, we're talking about maybe the soccer IQ of a player a little bit, just sort of knowing and understanding their assignment, watching this player come out on the pitch, and then also taking notice of the performances of the teammates around her, everyone else kind of trying to lift their own profile a little bit on the pitch when this player comes into a game. So moving forward, as Julie Ertz now has a club, and we both agree it's a club that is going to utilize her in the defensive six role moving forward. What does this mean, and how does this translate to the national team here?
Yeah, it's a massive question because that's really the point of all of this. To get it out there, like why she's returning and why she's playing. She wants to make the World Cup roster. Julie Ertz wants to be on the flight to Australia come July. She wants to be an impact player for this United States team. And I think Vlatko also wants her to be on that roster a little bit with what she can bring on the pitch, off the pitch. Off the pitch, she brings like the veteran leadership. She's been in World Cups, won World Cups. She's played in the Olympics. She's struggled throughout the Olympics with adversity, with drama that's happened, with injuries, with player rotation. She has been through a lot of it. And those off-field intangibles are something that are incredibly difficult to replicate. You can't replicate them. So a player that has that experience gives you a leg up and a benefit. Now, if she can contribute on the pitch, that's a double bonus for Vlatko and for this United States team. I think that what we saw from Julie Ertz with the U.S. during those April friendlies were positive things. Of course, moments of a little bit of rustiness that she had to shake off. But I think we still saw the same bite that Ertz had the last time we saw her in 2021. She still had the same mind IQ of soccer ability to be able to do it. I think her fitness level is also one that's pretty impressive to see after she returns to the pitch. She gave birth in August and she's already back and doing all of this. There are so many different factors of it, but she's got to get game minutes up. She's got to get experience, and she has to continue to be leveling up every time she plays with Angel City. And that's something that Vlatko is going to be looking for. Because right now it's Andi Sullivan in the defensive midfield position for the United States. Now it comes down to, will Julie Ertz compete with Sullivan? Will she beat out Sullivan? And how will that look come June when we get a World Cup roster from the United States?
Listen, you hate to even think it. We've been covering this team for an extended period of time now. If we just sort of narrow that focus on even just the last year, we don't even have to go 2 years, 18 months. We could even shorten that and go just back to the CONCACAF Women's Championship. Andi Sullivan has been the six for this team.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say between now and when the World Cup roster drops, or when that July 9th send-off friendly against Wales happens, there's a number of games for club in between now and then. Right around a dozen or so leading up to that. I mean, my goodness, Challenge Cup kicks off this week.
I know.
For Angel City specifically. Julie Ertz gets more games. She gets regular minutes. She starts building up, fitness. Maybe she gets closer and closer and closer. And by the time, let's just say she's at least 75 to 90 minutes fit and ready to go. If at that point she's nearly fit, is she your starter? No, you know what? Let's rephrase that. is she Vlatko Andonovski's starter?
Yeah. I like the change in the question there. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that if she is 75% healthy, fit, ready to go, she is starting some games at the World Cup, right? I think we could see rotation, honestly, at that point, depending on the competition between a Sullivan and Ertz. But yes, she's a starter for Vlatko Andonovski.
Game 1 in the World Cup against Vietnam, World Cup debutantes. I think if she's 75 minutes fit, 90 minutes fit to go, that Andonovski gives her that first game.
Yeah, I do too.
I think that's the game where he's like, yes, let's keep this going, in fact, and let's continue to build on this.
Yeah, especially because, I
forward.
mean, this is a whole other conversation, but the first game in the World Cup is so important. So important. But yes, I believe so as well.
Yeah, you want to set yourself up for the group and
really.
really kind of make a statement, perhaps even. And this team has been known to make some statements against other debutante teams before in the past. So we'll see. I'm very curious about the club play for Ertz moving forward. I think that ultimately, in line with proximity for resources for her family, was probably the next most important thing on this players list. It's like, what are the resources that can be provided for my family, and when and where do I start, and how soon is it? Like, those are the things that matter. So I'm very curious about what this will do. Maybe let's have some fun with what's next. I mentioned about Challenge Cup kicking off this week on Wednesday. Right after that is a Sunday match. The California Clash against San Diego Wave will take place on April 22nd on a Sunday at BMO in Los Angeles. So 2 games on the horizon here for Angel City. Is Wednesday too soon to see this player? Do you wait to give her a regular season match against San Diego, or do they break it up a little bit? What do you think?
Yes. So Challenge Cup starts Wednesday. Angel City will play against OL Reign. I think that we see time from Ertz. Maybe not a start, but I think to close out the game, we see what she's got, because frankly, like Angel City, they've got to focus a little bit more on regular season play at this point. So this Challenge Cup game against OL Reign, you want to win, you want to pick up points. However, you can use it as a test for Ertz and maybe try out that new formation, or try out her in the midfield and how that looks against competition in preparation for your regular season game. That's just 3 days later on the weekend in a big rivalry California Clash for Angel City. So yeah, I think we see Julie Ertz on Wednesday in the Challenge Cup action. Do you think so?
I'm with you. I don't think you make this move, you make this return to not get minutes the second you signed with a club. Not sure if it'll be a start, but we'll definitely see an appearance. And I can't wait for it.
She's already played with the US too. Yep. It's not like this is her first signing and it's like, okay, has she been training? What's happening? No, we saw her get 30 minutes in one game, 45 minutes in a second game for Vlatko Andonovski against Ireland. Like, yeah, we're going to see her play.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm looking forward to it. We've talked a lot about how it's a near 2-year absence for the national team. That's different with NWSL. It is absolutely fully 2 years since she's been able to play in a competitive NWSL match, and that is about to come to life sooner rather than later. And we're here for it. Of course, we'll be here along the way providing Challenge Cup updates, and we're going to continue to cover the regular season. But that's it from us today.